Fear and Trembling, Kierkegaard points out that receiving can actually be harder than giving. The reason it can be more difficult is because while giving feels good and generous, receiving requires admitting that we depend on someone else for something good. Kierkegaard writes, "He has not even grasped that little mystery that it is better to give than to receive, and he has no conception of the great one, that it is far harder to receive than it is to give." To truly receive well requires humility. This connects directly back to Kierkegaard's discussion of faith, which I've covered in the last couple of episodes. In faith, Kierkegaard says we must first resign our possessions and desires, which loosens our grip on what we have and what we want to have. But then comes the second movement, which is the movement of faith. We trust that God will restore what we have just given up. And if he does, we have to receive it, which requires humility and gratitude to be done properly. Once we have properly received it, there's nothing else for us to do. Just like there's no further to go than faith, there's no further to go in properly receiving something. If we did try to go further, it would mean turning the good we received into a kind of debt. It would mean thinking about how to repay it and how to remove the feeling of dependence. And sometimes repayment can be done in the name of being a good person, but it can also often be done out of pride because we want to even the scales with someone else. My simple takeaway for this episode is to throw out the scales entirely. To truly receive requires humility and a stopping at the reception and not trying to go further by converting the gift into calculation. Stopping at the reception aligns with the overall theme that Kierkegaard is pushing us toward. Stopping at faith, stopping at love, and stopping at reception. There's no further to go in these areas, and by stopping at each, we can rest in them in peace. Thanks so much for watching. This episode concludes my episode series on Kierkegaard's Fear and Trembling. If you're interested in faith and how Kierkegaard thinks that faith applies in our lives today, then make sure to check out the other episodes in my Kierkegaard playlist. The goal of my channel is to share takeaways from philosophy that can be applied to modern life. I'm so happy to share these episodes with you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one.